You know, James Sullivan, aka DJ Jaimetud or Jaimetud here on YouTube, who I subscribe to and follow, not just here but on Facebook and Twitter, who did contribute to my Sonic Saturday AM retrospective several years ago, recently asked a question on his Facebook page. And that question was basically, how long do I have to keep my vaccination card on me, or at least how long do I have to show it every time I go somewhere? And this is a legitimately good question that not only is James asking and wondering about, but everybody else is as well. Because you know, it's one thing to have to go someplace and, let's say, show your state or your driver's license, or your state ID or your driver's license to, get into let's say, a bar, or to get into a concert, or whatever the case may be. It's one thing to do all that, but it's another to have to show additional ID to back up your claim. And to me, this is nothing new. I mean, yeah, it's going to be pain. It's going to be a pain, and it's going to be annoying to have to not only show your ID or your driver's license, but to also show your vaccination card to, let's say, get into a concert or a sporting event or whatever the case may be. But to me, I look at it this way: we won't have to worry about it much longer, because I look at it. I look at basically two scenarios. I look at two plausible scenarios as to how long we will have to go and do this, if you will. I look at either a whole year from when you're vaccinated, or I look at towards the end of this year. That's the two plausible scenarios. And the reason I say a year from when you're vaccinated, because in the eyes of a lot of people, you give it a year, or at least an additional year, and you allow everybody else to get the vaccination, then hey, everything's fine, everything's in the clear, everything's golden, if you will, no problems whatsoever. But the other plausible scenario being the end of this year, basically the reason I bring that up is right now it seems that we are on course, according to who you want to believe, to reaching a supplement goal by at least June or July of having everybody fully vaccinated, depending, or basically not depending, but based on the number of vaccinations that get applied or get injected on a daily basis. So I look at it, like I said, by these two plausible scenarios: either the end of this year or a year after you're vaccinated. And after those time periods, I truly believe you won't have to show the vaccination card anymore. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will wait maybe a little longer than a year or so and keep showing the vaccination card, even though somebody might say, oh, you don't have to show us that anymore, all out of the fact that they want to make sure everything is in the clear. There's no doubt about it, and that's their option. But in my personal opinion, I truly believe that the two plausible scenarios I look at as to how long we will have to show the vaccination cards, I look at either the a full year after you're vaccinated, or towards the end of this year, because either scenario is, to me, a very plausible, if not possible goal, if not accurate goal to go by. Because by those two time settings, everybody, at least I would say 90 to 95% of the country, should be fully vaccinated. Yeah, there'll be a few exceptions here and there, but by that time frame, everybody should be 90 to 95% vaccinated, and we should be in the clear. But that's just my opinion, because I look at it this way. I know that a lot of people are fearful that we're going to have to keep showing the vaccination card for the rest of our lives. There's going to be no freedom and all that. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case, because if the Democrats, and mostly our president and vice president, want to look good in our eyes, or make themselves look good in our eyes, then I believe that they are going to have to come out and state that either by the end of the year, you won't have to worry about the vaccination cards anymore. You won't have to worry about showing them, or showing the application, the app that they got coming out, rolling out to coincide with it. You won't have to worry about that anymore. Or the CDC, along with the president and vice president, are going to have to come out and say, hey, give it a year, and then after a year, you won't have to worry about showing your card or showing the app anymore, proving you've been fully vaccinated, because by then we should be okay. So in my personal opinion, I don't think we have to worry about that too much, especially if our president wants to hit that goal by America's birthday, we're at a we're back to a semi-normal capacity and lifestyle that we're all used to. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be that long. I think we just have to look at either the end of the year or a year after you're vaccinated as the plausible, as more, not more, but very plausible, I should say, scenarios to basically, have to, keep showing the vaccination card. Because after a year or at the end of this year, we won't have to worry about that any longer, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts? Do you think I'm right about the two plausible time scenarios of either the end of this year or a year after you're vaccinated for us to, have to not worry about showing the vaccination cards anymore? What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are in the live chat during the premiere. And I am out. Have a good day. Get vaccinated. Stay safe. God bless.